Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is going to be all about brow ends. Now, I've done so many videos on how to lift the eyebrows to get a brow lift, the non-surgical, painless way that makes such a big impact. I'm all about a little bit more of a straighter brow, the brow ends to be just a bit straight out. That's kind of my thing, and it can really work with any facial shape within reason. So you need to know that I don't think everyone should have straight eyebrows like myself, of course. It's got to fit your face, right? But I also don't think everybody needs a long eyebrow end because that can sag your face down. And so I'm all about a brow lift, right? Who doesn't want that lift? So this is the video for you if you have a long tail end and you're not sure how to get that lift without looking silly, quite honestly, right? So I've been shaping eyebrows for 25 years at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Salon. Some of you guys have come in to get your brows done, and it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for trusting me with the eyebrows. Hope you're getting some really good tips along the way as well. So yeah, please come in. If you're even in the neighborhood, you're going to come visit LA, definitely come by and see me. So yeah, I have seen just about every brows you can imagine, right? And I still love shaping eyebrows. I love that before and after. And I think most of you guys do as well. But it's not as fun if you don't know how to do it yourself, right? So the brow ends. Now with this client that I'm going to show you, she not only has a long tail, it's actually very fair, so you can't tell too much, but you can see that the ends go pretty long. Now on myself, I will exaggerate my ends just to kind of give you guys a visual. My brows are tattooed. It's been tattooed a long time ago. I have a video on brow tattoo. You should scroll down and check the pros and cons about tattoo eyebrows. But my eyebrows aren't as long, but this model, she's got it pretty long down here, like all the way down here. Even lower than this, to be honest with you. Now, I don't know if you can see on the video and see the difference from this side to the other side. Now, the other reason why her brow ends look like it's really long and low is because right around here, as we age women, this area starts conceding, like it goes in, it recedes, I mean, not concede, it recedes. Yes, it concedes too, but it recedes inside and it just kind of dents in a little bit, giving the illusion that the brow ends are just kind of dragging down. So there are just a few things you can do that you can use with makeup that kind of gives the illusion that it's going up. So without further ado, let me show you this model and how I'm gonna help her brow ends. So I'm just drawing the ends for you right now as I showed you on mine, just to show you how low it goes. Now she does have all these little light strays growing down here. It's very fine, but it by having that little stray of hairs growing down, it's adding to the illusion that her eyebrows are that much lower, which makes her face look a little bit more squished in, and just again, it takes away from that lift that even she wants. So we definitely need to tweak some of that, but you don't want to go so short where you're losing half of your eyebrow. That can be very dangerous, which is why measuring and marking the eyebrows is so important. And I'm going to show you another trick that I've shown you in the past where you use the tip of your ear to help guide you in how short to go on your eyebrows. Now, do the top of the eyebrows just to give you an idea that I like it to be a tiny bit straighter. Remember I said that earlier. Not everybody needs to be that straight, but this is just outlines, just a guide, but it's not ultimately going to be that straight. She's got a nice curve to her eyebrows. Her hair curves as well, as you can see here. So it's going to look natural. It's going to suit her, but you don't want it so round up in the front like this and then have it short here. Then that looks silly as well. So you want it tiny bit straighter just to kind of get the ends to be out here. So if I have this long, you don't want it curved here. Then it just ends up looking like a half kind of a moon. So that's why I'm pointing that area at the top here. I'm going to use myself as a model as well. Mine's going to look a little silly, maybe, but hers is not going to look silly. So you notice I'm going to just do this real quick. And then you're going to notice that right there, I did that little mark, right? So let me just do this really quick right here so you can see this dark mark right here. So this is why I'm saying I'm going to look a little crazy. So that mark, very important. You could erase that mark later, but make that dark mark, right? This is going to be the side of the nose, side right here, side of this nose right here. And then right here at the edge of your eye, right here, and then you go straight up right here, right? In that diagonal, you can make that little mark right here. And make it so you can just really obviously see it. So you have hair below that, and you still have a little tail right there. You can probably tweeze that, but if you're not comfortable doing that yet, don't. Just leave that for right now. Hide that with a little bit of concealer and see if you ultimately like that look. So you don't have to commit to that yet. You can see if I'm wrong or not. Okay, so here's the other tip. Like, I think I'm going to show you with her, but what I want you to know is that, again, with that receding area right here, even just lifting that up, you're not going to notice that as much. So once I make that mark, I'm going to show you with her that it's just even this mark right here doesn't look like I'm already lifted. And on her, it already looks different. I will show you, you'll see on me the difference from that longer and the shorter side. But notice that right underneath, I'm going a tiny bit straighter as well. Now everything is a bit straighter, but these are just outlines. And it's going straight across here, but not too straight. It's kind of like an angle straight, like right here. And on her, it's going right up to the tail and then curving a tiny bit. So you can see that there still is a tail, but not dragging past that line. Again, that's really important to focus on. So if you don't have much hair up here, this is a really good time to just draw that angle straight line. And if there's any hair down below there, that's when you can tweeze the hairs. Because I guarantee you, you don't need hair going all the way down below there, right? So, but again, if you're scared of tweezing any of that, you don't have to commit to that yet. You can use concealers and highlighters to hide that until you see the ultimate shape and see if you really like that. Then you can commit to it. But until then, just do the outlines first. And who knows, maybe you guys do maintain your eyebrows, tweeze your eyebrows. Do the outline first if you haven't done that already. That really aids you in tweezing your eyebrows so that you don't go too thin. So always make your marks and outlines, and that just makes a world of difference. So that looks pretty good, right? I did erase a little bit of the outline here, but you can leave yours on. Now the brows are shaped, not too much. You can see that it's still pretty full. I didn't do a lot on her eyebrows. Most of it was shaped off of here. Here's the key thing. Now this highlighter, I'm using the Pro Pencil Base 2. There's 1, 2, and 3. You can use a concealer on her. I think I'm using either 2 or 1. That's where it's really important. See that area I'm pointing out? That area, it still looks like her ends are long, right? Because that skin kind of goes inside her brow bone. So, but this helps. It really does. I mean, it just kind of opens it up. Do it up in the front, do it in the middle, and then go on the outside right here. And then if you have to, do down below and see if you like that. See if it hides. And you know what? This kind of adds like a little bit of sun protection. Why not? No one wants crow's feet that early. Okay, so that area is just covered up a little bit. You could also, again, like I say, use a concealer or a little bit of foundation. You could even mix that and put it right down there. So did you notice the difference from this side to the other? Again, I haven't really completely filled in my eyebrows yet, but this little guy can make a big difference. Now I'm using a pencil. I usually use a powder on me because I put so much concealer to hide that old tattoo, but I'll go ahead and use a pencil. I'm using the Granite on me. On her, I'm using the medium brown Perfect pencil. I love these pencils. It's a traditional pencil, very easy to use. And up in the front, she does have a nice full set of eyebrows, right? Like she doesn't need much color, but I'm still adding some color. So I'm just going in this direction, laying the pencil flat. I'm not poking myself. I'm just laying it flat. See this? Hold the pencil this way and you're laying it flat, going up and down in an angle, just lightly to coat some color on the hair. So that's why I froze this area, because I really want you to just remember, tell yourself that you're not pressing hard. And then comb your hair down up there. I don't have much hair at all up there, so I'm gonna pretend I'm combing it down. Comb your hair down, and you can see your top brow hairline. It might be a little wonky because right now your brows aren't shaped, but hers, I did shape her eyebrows. You can see the top of the eyebrows right here, the hairs. So her hairs are actually giving her a natural outline up there. So that's really important. That wide outline is showing you that she does have hair all the way up there. It's just I combed the hair down, and that is going to be her guideline. And I want you to see that that's where most of the color is going to be deposited, really. And that's going to add to that lift by applying color right up there. inside there is so important, because by applying some color up inside there, when you comb the hair down, it really lifts the hair up. You could already see mine just kind of going straight up. And when you comb up the hair, it just kind of gives it a comb over. So you won't really see that much color inside that area, which is why you want to comb the hair down, put all that color inside right here, like I'm showing you on me. Notice that I'm laying the pencil down now. Again, I'm not doing this because then you don't keep the pencil sharp. You're applying too much pressure when you're holding it this way. By laying it flat, I find that you're applying less pressure and you have more control. So again, lay the pencil down this way. When you're going up, you lay it over here sideways. So remember, it's either side, down, here. It's like you're holding a pencil. So yeah, that's the best direction. And again, I'm using the spoolie brush to comb the product in and out. So by using the spoolie brush, you really just tone everything down, right? And at this point, you can use your finger just to kind of clear that up. And go back and forth. And this is a little trick, right? So remember I said the tip of your ear. If you use the tip of your ear and go straight across, hold a chopstick or something, straight across, that's when you know that you did pretty good. Like for me, I could probably go a little bit lower, a tiny bit, but not by much. Just a little bit. I don't want to go too low because remember that I'm dragging the eyebrow down. So now I'm checking it out, using the tip of my ear straight across, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. That's when you know you did good. And if you want your ends to be a little sharper, use your pinky. See? If you do this, you get your ends to be nice and sharp without having to use too much product, or you don't have to struggle that much. So remember, the tip of your ear is another great way to see how well the brow ends are, like how long or short it should be. The brow gel is everything. Look at this. See the before and after, even just on her eyebrows. The brow hair, you don't have to stick it up that high. I mean, of course, I exaggerate just a tiny bit, but by having the hair going up in an angle, I don't like it straight up, but in an angle, that aids or adds into that brow lip. The hairs are growing up, it's drawing the eye up, it's giving the illusion that the eyebrow is not dragging, and you're not really focused or looking at that area down there. You're just looking at her eyebrows, and it just looks more up. So those are the most important things I want you to take away, is use your concealer or highlighter and hide those little areas. Make sure there's no hair dragging too far down there. Make sure you're using something light like this. And you know what? It's still nice and curved. It's not like straight, jagged, not straight like it is on me, but it's giving that more kind of a balanced look. Because if it was opened up right here, real curved, it just, I don't think, in my opinion, looks as good. So this to me looks so much better. Let me know if it looks better for you or to you. And yeah, keep the comments coming. I will answer as many as I can. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. Thank you for subscribing, and please do so if you haven't already. And I will see you guys right back here. Thank you for your time.